Chapter 16. Noel sits at the kitchen table in his pajamas, poking at his cereal. His eyes keep drifting to the front door. Noel, softly. Is Lena coming today? Elias, standing at the stove making coffee, hesitates. She said she couldn't make it today. He doesn't say why. He doesn't say because I made her feel like a mistake. Noel frowns. Noel, she's mad at me. Elias, no, she's not. Noel, yes, she is. She didn't come because I selfishly asked her to stay with me forever. Elias turns around. The look on Noel's face guts him, lip trembling, eyes filling. Noel, I ruined everything. Elias leaned towards. Elias, softly. You didn't ruin anything. She wasn't angry when you asked her if she's going to stay forever. Noel sniffles. Noel, but I miss her. Elias pulls him into a hug. Elias thinking. So do I. Lena's apartment. Lena sits curled on her couch. Noel's drawing in her lap again. She stares at her phone. 2 unread texts from Elias. Noel's asking for you. He's upset. She doesn't reply. Lena. Thinking. If I go back, I'll stay. I'll fall harder. A knock at the door. She freezes. It's Mia. Her friend looking concerned. Mia. You didn't answer my texts. Is this about the professor again? Lena nods slowly. Lena. I don't know what's wrong with me. He is my professor and I take care of his nephew, but I don't know why. I think about him sometimes. Mia. Gently. Maybe he thinks about you but don't want to tell you how he feels. Because you're his student or he thinks you don't like him. Lena's eyes sting. Lena. But wanting me in his life and letting me in are 2 different things. Mia leans forward to her. Elias's house. Noel is asleep on the couch, clutching Lena's old scarf. He refused to nap without it. Elias watches him and then glances at his phone. Lena hasn't replied. It's been 3 hours. Feeling unsettled, he worried if she is feeling well or she wants to leave now. Maybe she's reading. I shouldn't bother her, or she's sleeping. He paused. But she read it. Why didn't she reply? Or she is angry. Did I say something wrong? Or maybe she quit because I look grumpy all the time. He exhales for a moment. What am I doing? It's just a text. I'm sure she's fine. I shouldn't meddle in her life. I'm sure she's fine. As he carries Noel to his room, he whispers to himself, You told the truth, Noel. And I've been lying to myself. Chapter 17. Lena is replying to Elias' text when a knock rattles her door. Lena assumes it's Mia again when she opens the door. Noel. You're not mad at me, Lena? Then he rushes into her arms, hugging her tightly. Behind him stands Elias, hands in his pockets, face unreadable. Lena, softly. Noel, of course I'm not mad at you. Noel, hugging tightly. Then why didn't you come today? She kneels and hugs him tighter. Lena. I just needed a quiet day. Noel looks up at her. Noel. Promise you'll come back? She carries him, then nods. Lena. I promise. She finally looks up at him. He speaks carefully. Elias. He begged to come. I didn't have the heart to say no. Lena, quiet. It's okay. I'm glad you came. Inside Lena's apartment later that night. After spending time with Lena, Noel falls asleep on her couch, wrapped in a white blanket. A cartoon plays on low volume. Lena and Elias stand in the kitchen, 2 cups of tea untouched between them. Elias. You didn't reply my text. I thought you were upset or unwell again. Lena, quietly. I was lost in my thought. Elias. And silence felt safer? She doesn't answer. Just looks at him and he really looks at her. Elias. I'm not good at this. Lena. At feelings? And he paused for a moment and looks at her. At letting people matter. A beat. Lena, softly. Then why did you come tonight? He steps closer. Hesitates. Then, Elias. Because you already do. She doesn't speak. Doesn't breathe. He brushes a strand of hair. Elias, whispered. You terrify me. Her breath hitches. Lena. Good, you terrify me too. Then Noel stirs. They pull back barely. Elias, softly. We shouldn't. Not now, Lena. Lena. We already did. Then she steps back. Lena, quietly. Yes, we can't do this now, but he needs me. Elias nods, jaw tight. Then reply, yes, not yet. Chapter 18. Lena walks into the office expecting to find Elias and Noel together. Instead, she finds Noel alone on the couch, with his toy on his lap. Lena. Noel? Where's your uncle? Noel. Lena. He said he had a meeting at the other university today. She froze. Noel's bag and lunchbox are in the corner. No school uniform. Lena. You didn't go to school? Noel shakes his head. Noel. Uncle said the meeting was unexpected. He didn't have time. Lena. Softly. Of course he did. She sighs and tries to call him. Elias steps out of the meeting to answer her call. Lena, on phone. You left a 5-year-old alone in your office? Elias. Calm. I knew you'd come by. I left snacks and my assistant was... Lena, butting in. I'm taking him for the week. A pause. Elias. You're what? Lena. You're not around. He's not going to school. I don't want him sitting in an office or home alone with strangers. I'll take care of him. He's silent for a beat. Elias, quietly. Thank you. Lena. Don't thank me. Just do better. She hangs up. Lena's apartment that night. Noel is already settled in. His toothbrush sits next to Lena's. His favorite clothes hang on her wardrobe. She reads him a bedtime story. He falls asleep quickly, snuggled up with his stuffed Dino. She steps into the living room, exhausted, only to see her phone light up. A call from Elias. Did he eat dinner? Lena. Mac and cheese. Then ice cream. He's asleep already. Elias. Does he miss me? She hesitates. Yes, but not as much as you miss him, I think. There's a long pause. Elias, soft. Is he okay? Lena, smiling. He's perfect. He asked why your shampoo smells different than mine. Elias actually chuckles. It's soft, low, unguarded. Elias. Did you tell him I don't have a scented coconut collection? Lena. I told him yours smells like cold seriousness and textbooks. He laughed for a solid minute. Then, Elias, quietly. You're good at this. Being with him. Lena. I like who I am when I'm with him. Elias unexpectedly. I like who I am when I'm with you. The words hang heavy between them. Lena, barely above a whisper. Elias, cutting in. I'm not trying to make this harder. I just needed you to know. Lena, softly. It's already hard. Good night, and take care of yourself, Professor Crane. Elias, quiet chuckle. Good night, Lena. She smiles. Why does his voice sound different? Is he tired? And why does my heart race hearing when he giggles? Then she pinches her cheeks to come back to reality. Lena, thinking. This doesn't feel temporary anymore. Chapter 19. Lena's pouring juice when there's a knock. Noel, still in his pajamas, eating cookies. Lena quickly opens the door. Elias stands in the doorway, suitcase in hand. Dark circles under his eyes, but a soft expression on his face. Lena blinks in surprise. Lena, you're back early. Noel, brightly. Uncle Elias. As he rushed to hug him. Elias. I finished the lectures ahead of schedule. Lena quickly takes his bag and tells him to come in. Noel. But it's not 1 week yet. You promised. Elias glances at Lena. She shrugs. Lena. He made me pinky swear. Noel. You said 1 whole week. It's only Wednesday. I'm not going. Elias sighs, amused and baffled. Elias, to Lena. So he's staying. Lena. Your 5-year-old lawyer won the case. I'm just abiding by the court's ruling. Elias carries him again, smiling. The next 3 days, Noel tags along with Lena everywhere. At a corner cafe, he colors quietly while Lena reads. They go out and eat together. Psychology lecture hall. Friday morning. Elias walks into his lecture hall, flipping through his notes. He's in professor mode, stoic, composed, precise. But then, he stops mid-step. In the left row, Lena sits with Noel beside her. The little boy is wearing tiny headphones and watching an educational video on a phone. Lena has her notebook open, eyes focused on Elias. She gives him a small wave. He nearly forgets what he was about to say. Elias, thinking. They look like they belong here, like they belong to each other. He clears his throat and begins lecturing, but his eyes drift back to them more than once. At one point, Noel looks at him. Elias's voice falters mid-sentence, but he recovers quickly. That Lena notices. After class, outside the lecture hall. Noel. Can we get noodles again? Lena. Only if you promise not to slurp them like a vacuum. Elias walks over, holding his books. Elias. I can take him now, if you're busy. Lena hesitates, but Noel cuts in. Noel. Can we all go eat noodles together? Elias glances at Lena. She glances at him. Lena, lightly. Professor Crane joining his student and nephew for lunch. That's risky business. Elias, soft. Not if we're careful. Chapter 20. Elias stands in the kitchen, stirring black coffee with too much intensity. He looks fine, but he barely slept. His thoughts are still tangled in Lena. Noel runs into the kitchen, bright-eyed. Noel, Mommy's calling today. Elias straightens slightly. Elias. Right, she said around 10. As he carries Noel up, he's smiling. Noel has become free and playful, ever since Lena started taking care of him. Noel. I'm going to tell Mom all about Lena, she's going to like her. Elias, I'm sure she will. Video call, mid-morning. The screen lights up. There she is. Eliza Crane, in her late 20s. Elias's younger sister. Pale but smiling from her hospital bed abroad. She's still recovering but looks stronger than the last time they spoke. Eliza, there's my boys. Noel squeals and chats non-stop, telling her everything. How Lena helps with homework. How Elias makes weird eggs. How Lena read him 4 bedtime stories in one night. Elias stays mostly quiet, until Eliza gives him a look. The kind only a sister can pull off. He's smiling while Noel talks about Lena. Eliza. Okay, Noel, sweetie. Can you go grab the drawing you made for me? Noel. Be right back. The screen goes quiet. Elias. How are you? Eliza, flatly. You're in love with the nanny. Elias froze. Elias. She's not a nanny. She's a student. A brilliant one. She. He exhales. I'm not in love with her. Eliza. Deadpan. Okay, let's try that again, but with less lying. He runs a hand down his hair. Elias. She's in her final semester. She's young. This is temporary. Eliza, softening. But you're not treating it like it is. He goes quiet. Eliza. You let her take Noel for a whole week. You text her. You let her into your space, Elias. You barely let me into your space. Elias. It's not that simple. Eliza. No, it's not. But maybe stop acting like falling for someone smart. Kind and good with your kid is a disaster. He leans in. You're not some emotionless machine. You've just forgotten how to let yourself feel something. A long pause. Elias. She's graduating soon. Eliza, gently. Then wait. But don't ruin this just because you're scared of what people might think. Noel returns, paper in hand. The conversation shifts, but her words stay with him long after the screen fades to black. Elias's room, later that day. He stares at the floor, thinking about what his sister said, when a message from Lena appears on his phone. Is he asleep? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification so you'll know when I drop the upcoming chapter.